All right. Disappointment of the year. It's interesting because you earlier in this episode, you used a company name and the word disappointment in the same sentence. So is that
This
company
one may
you're
be controversial.
okay?
may think you're going to disagree with me on this, John, but I'll explain myself. And so I'm just going to say for me, actually, agents were disappointing. And I wrote a Substack this year called Agents of
Take her off the
Disappointment.
air. Take her
I
off the
know.
air. Where's the abort button?
If all of a sudden I get muted, you'll know why, right?
All right, and that brings us to the end of the episode.
Yes, exactly. No, so I wrote a post this year as my best performing Substack called Agents of Disappointment. But really what I was talking about was the divide between like the hype of agents, and really where I saw this come into disappointment was from the enterprise companies. We have obviously Salesforce has been talking about its agents force for some time. You have SAP, you have all of these enterprise companies who have been talking about how to implement agents into your existing enterprise tools, and it just doesn't work, right? Like, or at least a lot of companies aren't set up for it properly, or in my mind don't know how to think about how to structure them properly and what to have agents do. And so from that standpoint, from like an enterprise agent standpoint, I think the hype and the practicality of the implementation, the divide between those two was too great. And so that was my disappointment of 2025.
I totally get it, and I don't disagree with you. It makes a lot of sense to me. There's too much talk about agentic AI relative to the impact that it's making. No question. I do think that a lot of it is related to people not having their data silos set up in a way, or the security set up in a way where they're comfortable with it. But yeah, a lot of tinkering with agents, not nearly as many enterprise deployments. But I do think it will come. That is not my disappointment of the year. My disappointment of the year is Apple.
I think you were disappointed with Apple last year. We got
Was
to go
I?
back. Let's look.
Oh.
I think, yeah, because did they announce Apple Intelligence last year, or was that a this year thing? I don't know. Time is weird in
I
the
think
AI
they
world.
did. No, I think you're right. I think they announced Apple Intelligence in the autumn, Northern Hemisphere autumn of last year, and it was disappointing. But I mean, I guess it's kind of just like Google. It's like,
and it's still disappointing.
It's still because it's like a year later, and what can I do additionally with AI in my phone that I actually use? Not much. I once made an emoji and then didn't do it again. Just like used it built-in Gen AI to send an emoji over iMessage. But I don't know. I don't really need to do that. Like there's yeah, it seems like things like just having Siri be able to understand what I'm saying to it in the same way that OpenAI Whisper can. I mean,
who's actually even done better than that is, so I will use Grok in my Tesla. And so when I'm coming home from work and want to like brainstorm something or just learn a new subject, like I just push a button and it works seamlessly and the chat mode goes back and forth, right? And I'm like, okay, if I can do that in my car, why can't I do it on my phone that seamlessly? So I hope that like next year our comeback of the year is Apple, because they've been in the disappointment quarter for far too long.
Yeah, they have a lot of potential because of how ubiquitous their devices are. There's a big opportunity for Apple if they can get it right.